Imagine if you had everything you wanted: a successful career, financial freedom, and the confidence that every day takes you closer to your goals. But is this really possible? Yes, it is absolutely possible. And in this audiobook, we will talk about those 5 minds. We will talk about mindset shifts that have been a part of every successful person's journey. This is not just a book, friends. It is a roadmap towards your success. We often wish someone could tell us a simple formula. Today, I am going to give you the same formula to get success. Those 5 things which, if you remove from your mind, then no one can stop you from being successful. Do you also feel that you try a lot, but still you are unable to achieve that ultimate success? Do you also get such doubts and fears in your mind that pull you back every time? If yes, then in this audiobook, you will get that clarity which you may not have got till now. This story is not just about your dreams, but about making them come true. Imagine a day in your life when you do everything you are able to confidently do things that you used to hesitate to do till now. All the fears and insecurities that surrounded you till today suddenly disappear. In this audio book, we will talk about that mindset, which will not only make you financially successful, but it will also make you mentally and emotionally strong, because remember, only those become successful who transform themselves at the inner level. These are not just steps or tips, it is a journey to understand yourself in a new way. So, if you are ready to take your life to the next level, then to take it to the next level, listen to every single word of this audiobook carefully, because maybe this is the change you have been waiting for so many years. Today we will talk about how you can achieve all that with these small mindset shifts. You can achieve what you have dreamt of. Friends, do listen to this audiobook till the end, because if you miss even one thing, you may lose the opportunity that can take you to real success. If you are among those select people who, in his life, if you want to bring about a big change, then like this audiobook now and write in the comment, "I am ready." Let's start this journey together towards success, growth, and true transformation. Friends, the first thing that we have to remove from our mind is, what will people say? Let's assume that you have a big dream. You think about it every day. Every little thing related to it excites you. But as soon as you start taking steps towards fulfilling it, a question arises in your mind. What will people say? Will they make fun of you? Will they think you are a failure? This fear holds most of us back. Today, we will understand this fear and learn how to overcome it. And we will see how the thought of what people will say can affect us, takes us away from our goals. Often, before we fulfill our goals and dreams, we start thinking about what people will say if we fail. This fear stops us at every step. It is not just a thought, it is an invisible chain, which does not let us come out of our comfort zone. And until we come out of this fear, we can never achieve our goal. We are not able to use our potential to the fullest. Suppose you want to start a new business. You have no shortage of ideas, and you also have energy and passion, but as soon as you think about starting that business, this question arises in your mind that, if this business is not successful, or if people laugh at me, then due to this fear, many people are never able to fulfill their dreams. Friends, who does not know Sachin Tendulkar? There was a time when people used to tell him to leave cricket and focus on studies. People used to criticize him in every way, but Sachin never cared about what people said. He just focused on his game, improved his skills, and presented himself before the world. It has been proved that when a person pursues his passion with full dedication, there is nothing that he cannot achieve. If Sachin had listened to those people, then perhaps he would not have been one of the biggest icons of the cricket world. Only Sachin knows. Many great people of the world have made their own paths by not being afraid of what people would say, like Steve Jobs. When he started Apple, even then, many people called him mad. He was criticized many times, but he never let his ideas get suppressed. Today, he is an inspiration because he believed in himself and did not care about what others said. Friends, now the question, is that why this? The first step to overcome fear is to make yourself understand that people will always say something, whether you do good or bad. It is the nature of society that it judges everything, but only those people are successful who are free from the judgment of society. Stay unaffected and just focus on your work. Friends, often we move away from our dreams in the fear of what people will say. But a practical way to overcome this is to develop self-belief. When you have full faith in your goals and abilities, if you keep your mind on others' opinions, then don't let them affect you. Music. Tell yourself that you want to achieve your dreams, no matter what people say. Visualize your goals and imagine that you have achieved them. This will increase your confidence and you will be more visible in the society. Regardless of the opinion of, we will keep moving on our path. By the way, friends, we have already talked about goal setting and visualization in detail. If you want to learn it step by step, then the link is in the description. Definitely check it out once. It will prove to be a game changer in your journey. Maybe now let's come to the second important step. Create a supportive circle. Find people who support your dreams, who stand by you no matter what. If you have positive people around you, then the negative influence of society will automatically be felt less. Remember, keep in mind that people who criticize you are often the same people who themselves could not muster the courage to fulfill their dreams. So ignore their words and connect with those people who share positive vibes with you. Friends, if you want to achieve something big in your life, then from today onwards, remove the fear of what people will say from your mind. Instead of listening to others, listen to your inner voice. Imagine if you work hard for your goals without any fear. And if you work with dedication, then you can achieve so much. So let's go, let us take this first step today and remove the fear of what people will say from our mind and dedicate ourselves completely to achieving our dreams. Remember, the world's job is to say, and our job is to make our dreams come true. Friends, the second thing what we need to remove from our mind is the fear of failure. Suppose you have a big goal. Maybe you want to start a business, move ahead in your career, or learn a new skill. But as soon as you think of starting, a fear comes to your mind. The question arises that what if I fail? We all have faced this fear. And many times, this fear has pulled us back from our dreams. But have you ever thought that people who are successful must have also faced failure? In reality, there are many failures behind every great success. And those failures show us the right path to move forward. Friends, the fear of failure is such a hidden barrier that keeps us away from many opportunities. We often live in the fear that we might fail. What if people think of us as failures? This fear creates hesitation in us, and we get trapped in a comfort zone. But until we get out of the fear of failure, we can never recognize our true potential. Suppose you want to learn a new skill like public speaking, but you have this fear. What will happen if you go on stage and are unable to perform in front of people? This fear stops us from learning that skill, and we stay away from the growth that we could have achieved. Friends, the name of Thomas Edison is not known. You must have heard about the person who invented the light bulb, but do you know that Edison faced failure thousands of times in making the light bulb? When someone asked him why he did not give up even after failing so many times, he replied, "I did not fail. I've just discovered 1,000 ways that don't work." It's this mindset that makes failure a learning process. If Edison had been afraid of failure, we probably wouldn't be using the light bulb he gave us. Another example is J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter series. There was a time when she had no money and she had to rewrite her manuscript again and again. She was getting rejected and people were ignoring her, but she did not let the fear of failure overpower her. She improved her writing and tried again, and finally, Harry Potter became a global success. Today, Rowling's name is counted among the most successful writers in the world. Writers say that their failures gave them the right direction. Friends, now the question arises that how to overcome this fear of failure. Its first step is to see failure as a learning opportunity. Think if you fail. Even if you fail, so what? Every failure teaches us where we need to improve. Every time you fail, you get closer to your goal because you know what not to do. This is another way to teach yourself this. Remind yourself that failure is temporary and growth is permanent. Even if you fail, the effect of that failure is temporary, but the learning that you get from that failure will always be useful in your life. That is why you need to get up after every failure. Give yourself confidence and know that every great achievement has its own small and big achievements. Failures are included. Apart from this, reframe your thinking. Whenever the fear of failure tries to stop you, ask yourself a question. If I am tired, then the answer to this question will create excitement in you, and the fear of failure will automatically reduce. Visualize yourself that you are achieving your goal and experience that success. This technique will keep you motivated and your focus will be on the result and not on failure. So friends, if you really want to turn your dreams into reality, so from today remove the fear of failure from your mind. Achieve your goals with confidence and know that behind every failure there is a valuable lesson hidden. Only those people are successful who fall again and again and every time get a new lesson. Let's get up with new enthusiasm. Remember that failure is not the end. It is a step towards the destination you have dreamed of. So, from today, decide in your mind that failure will not stop you, but will make you better at achieving your dreams. Without any back, run away from fear and see how your hard work and determination takes you to the heights you always wanted to reach. Remember, every fall is a step to get up. Friends, the third thing we need to remove from our mind is waiting for the right time. Suppose you want to start a new work, whether it is a new business, learning a special skill, or focusing on your health. But as soon as you think of starting, a thought comes to your mind that now is not the right time. There are few resources it will increase. I will do some more preparation, and then I will start. This waiting for the right time stops us many times and leaves our goals just like a dream in our mind. The truth is that the right time never comes on its own. We have to create it. Friends, waiting for the right time is such a thought that prevents us from taking action. We often make excuses in our mind like I will learn a little more and then start, or I will invest when I have enough money. The reason for this thinking is that because of this we remain standing at the same place for years. Imagine if every time you had delayed your dreams for this perfect timing, if I postponed it, would you ever take the step that would lead you to success? Let's say you decided that you wanted to be when they started out, Jobs and his friend Wozniak didn't have a big office or there was a lot of funding, just a garage, some basic equipment, and an idea. If they had thought that they would first get big funding and good resources and then start working, then perhaps a company like Elle would not have even come to existence today. They made do with whatever was available to them. He started and took action. The right time for him was when he decided that now he has to start, even if it is resources limited. Another example is Warren Buffett. Warren had started investing at a very young age. He did not know he thought that he would become a billionaire, but he did not wait for the right time. He knew that starting is the most important thing. If he had waited for the perfect situation of resources, then perhaps his story would have been different today. Friends, now the question arises that why did he become a billionaire? How to stop waiting. The first step is to understand that action is everything. Even if you have less resources or you don't know everything, still start. The right time is when you decide that now you have to take action. Your first step is the beginning of your journey. And when you take the first step, if you take steps, then gradually you get resources and paths also start opening up. Second thing is to set small goals to achieve big goals. Divide them into small actionable steps. Like if you have a fear of imperfection, leave it. Sometimes we wait for the perfect timing because we feel that our knowledge or skills are not complete yet. But remember, every successful person became successful from an imperfect beginning. By taking action, you get the experience which you cannot get by reading in books. Real growth and learning happens only when you yourself start working in a practical way. So, friends, if you really want to achieve something in your life, then stop waiting for the right time and start taking action from today itself. Reduce the resources. Knowledge may be limited, but only through action will you learn and grow, which can make your dreams a reality. The right time is when you decide that you cannot wait any longer. Life is a journey, and the more you take, the better, the better. The sooner you start it, the sooner you will reach closer to your goals. From today, promise yourself that no dream will ever be left just waiting for the right time to come. Instead, decide that you will create that right time with your own steps, and you will move forward towards your goals with full dedication. Remember, friends, it is only action that can turn your dreams into reality. Friends, the fourth thing that we have to remove from our mind is the desire to be perfect. Do not imagine that you have learned a new skill. Suppose you have decided that from now on you want to try your hand at photography, dreaming of taking perfect clicks. You spend every day researching new equipment, finding the right lens and angles, learning the details of every technique. A lot of time is spent, weeks and months go by, but you have still not used your camera. You did not take even a single shot because somewhere in your mind this thought has settled that till everything is not perfect I will not start shooting. This thought itself starts stopping you from taking action slowly. The trap of perfectionism often traps us. It pulls us back from the starting line itself. When we are in search of perfection in everything, we actually avoid taking action. The fear that our efforts may fall short or people may criticize our efforts makes us lose hope. This prevents many people from taking the first step. Due to this reason, they are not able to take even the first step to turn their dreams into reality. They always keep thinking that they will start only when everything is perfectly ready. Just imagine if every successful person had found the perfect moment, and had he waited for perfect conditions, would he be enjoying his success today? Perfectionism is an illusion that never lets us start anything, but when we move a step ahead and accept an imperfect start, then there are real possibilities of growth and success. Friends, many big ones open up entrepreneurs did not wait for perfection in their early days. Steve Jobs launched his initial products in the market instead of trying to make them perfect and improve them through feedback. Steve's first computer was very basic and had many flaws, but Jobs made it perfect. He did not stop at making it. He took feedback from people and kept improving it. If Jobs had kept waiting for perfection, then perhaps L&T would not have been such a big tech company today. Elon Musk's SpaceX project is also an example of this. First rockets were made which exploded during launch. There were failures one after the other, but Musk learned from those mistakes, kept improving the rockets, and achieved events which hardly anyone in the world had thought of. He never waited for the perfect launch, but by taking imperfect actions, he improved them and achieved his goal. Let us now talk about how to overcome the desire for perfection. Friends, the first step is to follow the 8020 rule. This means that you should perform 80% in any work. Results can come from efforts, remaining 20 is a waste of time and energy in the pursuit of perfection. If you are 80% prepared for a project or goal, then start and other improvements will keep happening in that journey. Successful people always follow this approach. We do it and keep progressing by improving our journey. Friends, the second step is to focus on continuous improvement. Another way is to have a continuous improvement mindset. No work will be 100% perfect in the beginning, but as you practice, you'll get better at it. You can bring improvement. Suppose you want to become a writer, then first, start writing articles and blogs. Those initial drafts will not be perfect, but with every new article, your writing skills will improve. This is the process that will help you improve without being a perfectionist. Friends, the third step is to accept the feedback. Taking feedback and applying it is also very important. When you are working on it, if you start the project in an imperfect stage, then after getting feedback from people, you understand where improvements are needed. For example, if an artist keeps delaying in making every painting perfect, then he will never be able to understand that what the audience likes. But from the imperfect beginning, he is able to know which style, color, or subject the audience likes to work on. Friends, the fourth step is to make mistakes a learning opportunity. The best way to overcome perfectionism is to avoid mistakes. Consider it a learning opportunity instead of a failure. Every mistake brings a new lesson. Suppose you want to become a public speaker. Do not wait for the perfect presentation. After every presentation, you will get a new lesson about what to improve next time. These are the small things. Learn to aventura your performance. So friends, if you really want to be successful, then it is very important to leave the illusion of perfection. Taking action in life is the most important thing, even if it is imperfect. Always remember this. Greatness has been achieved by those who gradually improve themselves by taking imperfect steps. If you keep waiting for perfection, you will not be able to take any steps. Friends, make a commitment from today that you will not wait for perfection. You will start, you will improve, and one day you will achieve the same. Imperfect steps will lead you to the success you dreamed of. Imperfect actions are the beginning of your perfect future. Friends, the fifth thing that we need to remove from our mind is the fear of thinking differently. Imagine there is a small town where everyone has a different opinion. The dream is to get a good government job. People here believe that only government jobs have respect and real security, but in the same city, there is a boy named Rahul. Rahul's dream is different. He wants to become an entrepreneur. He wants to start his own business, but every time he talks about it, people interrupt him and say this is madness. Here people are running after government jobs, and you are thinking of doing something different. Slowly, Rahul, there is a fear in his mind that perhaps his thinking is wrong. This is the fear that stops millions of people from taking the first step towards their dreams. We are afraid to think differently from others because we feel that if we choose a path different from society, people will reject or criticize us. But the truth is that it is that different thinking is the thing that makes any person different from the crowd and makes him successful. Friends, the fear of thinking differently is such a fear that forces us to live only according to the expectations of others. When we take every decision by looking at it from the viewpoint of society, we start losing our originality. We start rejecting every idea that is even slightly different from the established norms of society. And due to this, many people lose their real potential. Sometimes, reality can make you ordinary, but only when you trust your thinking. The world's greatest leaders, inventors, and creators never blindly followed the established norms of society. They made their own paths, believed in their beliefs, and followed their own methods. Steve Jobs achieved his goals with this. The story of is perhaps the best example of this. When Jobs and his partner Steve Wozniak first thought of making a personal computer, people started calling them crazy. At that time, people believed that computers were only for big organizations and not for common people. But Jobs' thinking was different. He was looking at a world where every person has a personal computer. He did not pay attention to what people said and trusted his different thinking. And if Apple had followed the established norms of the society, then perhaps today a company like Elle would not exist. Friends, so let us now talk about how to overcome the fear of thinking differently. The first step is to value your unique thinking. First of all, understand that your unique thinking is your biggest strength. If you get an idea, which is a little different from others, then instead of suppressing it, explore it. Value your ideas and have faith in them. Because sometimes those ideas bring the biggest change, like Elon Musk, whose thinking was different from others from the beginning. She has been different from the rest. She created companies like SpaceX and Tesla because she never did not follow conventional thinking. Friends, the second step is not to be afraid of criticism. Having a different thinking means that you do not need everyone's approval. Whenever you think of doing something new, people will criticize you and explain to you that it will not work. But remember, keep in mind that criticism does not mean that you are wrong. Many times people criticize because they themselves cannot think at that level. Keep focused on your goals and keep moving forward by ignoring the criticism. Friends, the third step is to embrace innovation. If we think differently from others, we are moving towards innovation. Innovation means that we look at problems from a new perspective and find solutions to them. Like we believed in the model, but also exists. But remember, every big success starts with some risk. Jeff Bezos started as an online bookstore, and at that time it was a big risk, but he believed in his thinking. And today, friends, the fifth step is self-build belief and inner confidence. Make it strong. The most important thing for the courage to think differently is self-belief. When you have the confidence that what you are thinking is correct and you are committed to it, then the things said by society become irrelevant to you. Make this confidence strong. To make a difference, start daily affirmation, journaling, and focus on your goals. When you have your own support, then the words of others do not affect you. So, friends, thinking differently is a gift that not everyone has. If you leave this fear and learn to trust your thinking, then you can bring such changes in the world which other people can never imagine. Society will always want you to follow it, but history is created by those people who have broken the rules. Make a commitment from today that instead of suppressing your different thinking, you will adopt it no matter what people say. The path to your success will come only from your unique thinking. Remember, to change the world, you have to think out of the box. Greatness lies in them. Those who confidently follow their different thinking get success. Friends, today you have learned that to become successful, we have to remove 5 big obstacles from our mind. First of all, the fear of what people will say. Until we are free from the thoughts of others, we cannot take ourselves to our full potential. The fear of failure, which stops us from having a new experience every time. The third thing was waiting for the right time, because the right time is when you start taking action. After this, the desire to be perfect, which gets us more entangled in making the work perfect than doing it. It gives us a fear of different thinking, which takes us away from our real idea. Only by leaving these 5 mindsets, we can move forward on our path without stopping and without fear. Remember only, that person becomes successful who crosses these obstacles and creates his unique idea. Thoughts. Move forward with hard work and dedication. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like it and share it with your friends
who are trying to grow themselves.
And share such power-packed audiobooks and self-improvement content. Subscribe to our channel so that you do and miss any valuable lessons. Who are you? If you want to remove this thing from your life, then definitely tell us in the comments, because this can be the first step towards your success.
So,
friends, now there is no excuse. Start this journey from today itself and see you moving towards your goals with full confidence. Till then, stay motivated and keep growing in the next audiobook.